Well, hello there, Anjanette.
Hi, Jewel.
Hi. Well, I'm glad you were able to connect. And first, I'd like to welcome everyone to Simply Jewel, a typical podcast where we are atypical of the average. So tonight we're going to be speaking with Anjanette, which is AngieBee522. I'm actually going to let you introduce yourself, Angie, so that I won't chop things up, and want to make sure that everyone gets your information so that we can just chop it up tonight and bring awareness to what it is that you do and how we're resonating in these times. Go ahead.
All right. Well, thank you, Jewel. My name is Anjanette, and I am owner of AngieBee522 Jewelry with Intention. And my website is AngieBee522.blog.
Yes, dot blog. Okay. And so what's really interesting is your jewelry pieces. I know I've been following you and noticing how you're starting to integrate certain gemstones for men and women. And let's start off by talking about your why. Why did you start getting into jewelry making, and what made you pick the jewelry business?
Well, actually, I got into jewelry making. It was actually by accident. I hadn't planned it. It was nothing that I knew that I was passionate about. Um, One summer, I went to visit my niece in Florida, and we were picking shells off the beach. So she does Pinterest a lot, and I said, I'm gonna make you something, and I'm gonna send it back to you. I said, I'm gonna find something that I can make with these shells. So I thought about it and thought about it, and months had went by, and then I searched Pinterest, and I came up. I said, you know what? I'm gonna make her an ankle bracelet. So
Nice.
went to Michael's, got the things that I thought I needed, because this was absolutely new to me, and created a bracelet. And I had no idea that I would have that much fun creating this bracelet. And it was during a time in my life I was taking care of my dad. My dad was on hospice. And if you've ever been a caregiver, you know emotions and everything is all over the place. But while
Mhm.
creating this ankle bracelet, when I say it brought me so much peace and contentment, and I really enjoyed it. So, long story short, I went back to Michael's. I started making necklaces, and even when I look at the things I made back then compared to the things that I make now, it's such evolution, you know. And
Mhm.
so I started ordering. I started taking classes. I started YouTubing, Pinterest. I mean, I could not get enough. Anything jewelry making, I was on it. And, learning different techniques, taking different classes. And here we are today. And I never knew I hear people often say, you know, find your passion and that should be your career. And I just never knew what my passion was, something that I just would do for free. And when I started doing this, actually after my niece, I started just giving gifts away. I just started making jewelry for family, for co-workers, for my boss. I'm just making jewelry for everybody. And so then I said, you know what? I love doing this. And since I'm already doing it free, since I'm already, giving gifts out, I want to make a career of this, and it was the best thing I could do. I love it.
Nice, very nice. Yep, that's the way it starts. Excuse me, when you have a passion for something and you get excited about it, that's when you know to keep going,
Hmm.
because a lot of people don't have, they have no idea, or they'll say I don't know what I can do. And that's how it starts. That is something that's artistic ability or something that's in you, and it continues and you're excited about it. That's what it's all about.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
well, good. So let's just say, moving along here, um you started making jewelry now, and you were at the beach, and did you do anything with the shells, or did you make other things with the shells, or did you just move to the gemstones?
I made a couple of picture frames with the shells, which were I really enjoyed doing and were beautiful. A matter of fact, my wedding pictures sit in those frames now. And then I also the jewelry that I sent her, I incorporated shells in the anklet that I made her, and then a few more pieces. A matter of fact, I got a few pieces on my website, necklaces with shells.
Okay, because yeah, I'm excited about my piece, but I didn't see the shells. So that would be something to for everybody to look for, the shells. And what do you think drew you to the shells? Like, there's starfish, there's so much, um, for marine people that love marine biology, where they collect different pieces and different species from the ocean. But what do you think drew you to collecting shells and wanting to be creative with the shells?
You know what? As a child, my dad and mom, we always went to the beach. So the beach is my serene place.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it's my little piece of heaven on earth. So I collected shells when I was younger. So every time I go to a beach, wherever, I try to collect shells.
Okay. See, well, I didn't know that we had that um compatibility, because I too collect shells for since I was a little girl. So it's amazing how you keep talking with people and you find that you're compatible with certain things or different areas in your life and moving forward. So with that being said, now when is your birthday?
It's May 22nd.
Oh, okay. So you are Earth sign.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I see how we can connect on that level, because you're an earth sign, I'm an earth sign. But now moving to the jewelry and the benefits of the jewels and the oils. Um Now, do you feel, since you feel a sense of calmness, is there a certain piece of jewelry or a certain gemstone that you relate to better than others?
Honestly, I'm just now getting into the gemstones and researching the gemstones. And right now, I would say my favorite gemstone is the emerald. And of course, me being May, that's my birthday too.
That's your birthstone.
Yeah, that's
Uh-huh.
my birthstone. But right now, I really love the emerald, and emeralds is kind of expensive, so I don't have a lot of pieces with the emerald yet. But I just love that green.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, the green, a lot of people like jade, but emeralds. And then with me being a September baby, mine is a sapphire. But I find that there's all types of sapphires. The same
Yes.
thing with emeralds. You know, I have a sister whose birthday is in May, and same thing. Growing up as a child or as kids, we would dress alike. The only difference is she would wear green and I would wear blue of the same outfit. And I don't know what that was all about, but that's how I started getting into birthstones and gems.
Uh-huh.
So that's good. I'll be looking forward to seeing what you do with emeralds because they are real. As just like I like the jewel tone colors, the amethyst, the sapphires, the emeralds,
Yes.
um, the topaz. They're so rich in
Yes.
color. Okay, so I know that we're going to be talking about the agate jewelry, which we know it's all, well, not all, but biblically in the um, biblical days, gemstone meant something. So I know that we're working, you'll be working with the agate stone. So can you give us a little bit of the benefit of the agate stone, and wears them, and how do you wear them?
Okay. Well, I can give you a little. I can give you what I know. Like I said, I'm just getting into this, but
Mhm.
I've been doing some research, and I found out that a gate it has so many said benefits. It says a gates foster love, truthfulness, courage, bravery, strength, and it's so many. They come in so many shades, so many colors from brown, orange, multicolored, and they can be used. They're a hard stone, so they're
Mhm.
durable, and even they're in the Bible. I found out that they were a gate is one of the stones in Aaron's breastplate.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
just doing a little research, I'm learning more and more about the stones.
Okay. Now, the only thing, well, I won't say the only thing, but one of the things that I find about the agate, because I promote health and wellness and I'm all about positivity. And that's one of the stones that eliminates negativity.
Oh.
And it also calms the storm. It heals like you know how some people they walk around always angry.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the stones that would be, uh, like, say, to give to someone who has that energy, and it creates a sense of security. You know what I'm saying? It helps them to just calm down, and it just soothes the soul. That's one thing I do know about it. But as far as the benefits of the stones, I myself, I'm learning about that too because I've always been attracted to stones, and certain ones, but I just never thought about it. And then I just collect all this information. And now, during these times, during the quarantine times, I'm able to read more about them. And I find that even the kids are starting to figure out that, these stones have been around for centuries and it's starting to come back up again. So I'm excited to see what you're going to do with these pieces because it's really interesting to me.
Yes, to me too. And at first, I had no, I wasn't really into stones because it can be the perception of stones can be off. You know what I'm saying? It could, some
Right, right.
people, can, it's all about intentions. So some people, they might see stones and the benefits of stones like witchcraft, you know. But when you think
Mm-hmm.
about it, God created everything. And God and
Right,
everything He created is good. And just I see
right.
stones as just a gift from God because they're so beautiful. I mean, He just gave us jewelry, all over, just precious, pretty stones all over. And stones are biblical. If you do your research, even in the Bible, it's Revelation, from
Mm-hmm.
Genesis to Revelation, is stones in the Bible. It's gemstones, and it's,
Right. And there's 12 precious stones, you
yes.
know. That's the thing. You have precious stones, topaz, sapphires, are my sapphire, your
Yes.
emerald, the agate for certain, of course, amethyst and onyx. But here's the thing, we've been knowing about birthstones for years, and pieces that people would give us are our birthstones for birthday
Uh-huh.
presents and what have you. But you also are given a black onyx. Like when I first dated my husband, the first gift I got was a black onyx.
Okay.
And I think what happens is people don't realize, I think when they don't know about something, then they want to talk negative
Uh-huh.
about it instead of trying to learn about it and read about it. Because you're right, God created heaven and earth and everything in
Uh-huh.
between. And I think the people are the ones that make it negative and
Yes.
derogatory. So if they were to educate themselves, which is why I think, I wanted to speak with you, because I'm like, okay, I've known you, but I don't
Uh-huh.
know you. I've met you, I don't know you. And then to see that that's one of the things that you're starting to grow into and generate is, I'm like, okay, there's something about
Uh-huh.
Angie that people need to hear about or understand, along with the stuff I do. People have no clue, and I give them ample opportunity to call and ask questions where I'm going to pick up the
Uh-huh.
phone. I don't have anybody answering for me. And until we get people to confront you and ask questions and not be, they're quick to say it to somebody else, but they won't call the person and ask personally. So I don't, with that being said, I don't think that stones are a bad thing. I think it's the people that have the stones. It's
Uh-huh.
just like anything else. You obtain a piece of something, and it's with negative or ill intent. That doesn't mean that's what
Yes.
it is. It just means that person has created it to be a negative thing. But if you're a positive person and have good intentions, then all it takes is a phone call and
Uh-huh.
explanation.
Yes.
Okay. Well, okay. So I noticed one thing, and we've talked about the benefits of the agate, the beauty of the stones, the benefits. Now, you have another jewelry piece, which is the waist beads. So let's talk about that.
Okay, yes, the waist beads. I love the waist beads. Actually, I love creating the waist beads. They have so many benefits. It's waist beads keep you. It reminds you, like I have on several right now, and they're tight. They're tighter than they were. So that's letting me know without getting on the scale, because even a personal trainer will tell you, don't get on the scale every day. Don't get on the scale every week. So these waist beads
Exactly.
remind me of which way I'm going,
Okay.
and lets
Okay.
me adjust accordingly. Sometimes I do. Be honest. Sometimes I don't. But the point is, I know. Like right now, I know that my waist beads are getting tight. So I need to eat healthier. Like today, I wanted to go to
Okay.
Shipley's Donuts, but because of these waist beads, I said, nope, I'm not going to have Shipley's today. So I did skip that today, but it was a minute where my waist beads were looser, so I kind of got out of control. I'm feeling myself, feeling good, like I'm losing weight. I can afford to have this pie, and then one pie turn into two and three pies. So, but yeah, I'm getting off topic. But yeah, waist beads are good to. They say it's even good for your posture. You know, it'll remind you to straighten up your back.
Okay. So you create your waist beads for body
Yes.
awareness, like to be for weight control. And see, now that's the thing about waist beads, because so many people have a different meaning or a different purpose for waist beads. Like some African cultures wear the waist beads, and theirs is for certain things like what maturity, for growth. But then you have different areas like Ghana or West Africa, they have waist beads that symbolizes something else. Some are like for what just to be
Yes.
just femininity, and then some for fertility. And then to hear you mention it about body awareness, I can relate to that, because that's my thing, is making healthy choices. And here with the COVID thing going on, we're eating, like I cook anyway, but I'm cooking and eating, and that makes sense, because if I'm eating too much, I know to take
Hmm.
it down a notch. But so okay, so how do you make yours? What kind of stones do you
Well,
use?
I make mine with um everything. I make mine with just the glass beads, the little seed beads, the plastic beads. I put amethyst in my beads, quartz, jade. As a matter of fact, I have on a jade one now that I made with the jade chip beads. The whole thing is just made of jade. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, I would love to see that one. I would wish we were closer, because I'd probably be over there every day looking at something. Well, that's wonderful. Well, I'm excited. I'm glad that we had this time. I know if we ever get out of this quarantine, I in the modeling industry, they used to tell us to, always carry your black outfits, and always have a crisp
Hmm.
white blouse, and then you accessorize. So as I get older, I'm getting rid of my clothes, and I'm buying more crisp white blouses, and then I'm just gonna accessorize with jewelry. And so looking at your page, I'm like, oh, you can wear 5, 6 things
Yes.
at once. It just makes, excuse me, it just makes the outfit, to me, it looks so chic and so classy. And I love that look with just, and then that's my name. So, but everybody thinks, oh, you sell jewelry? I'm like, no,
Hmm.
that's just my name. So I love jewelry, love it. So that's how I'm gonna start accessorizing when we get out in the wilderness again,
Yes.
as I call it. Well, nice, nice, nice. Well, I'm excited about you moving forward, learning how to, or getting people. Um, so tell them one more time, Angie,
My
what's your
website
website?
is Angie AngieBee522.blog. Yes, BLOG.
BLOG. Nice. And then what other social platforms do you have? Direct them to your, I know you have Instagram. Is that
Yes, I have Instagram. Instagram is AngieBee522. I have Facebook, and that's AngieBee522. And I have a YouTube channel, and that one is Anjanette, ANJANETTE 46224.
nice, nice. Okay, everybody. So let's check out Angie. Let's support Angie as well. I mean, here, these are the times where people are being creative. These are the times where people are starting to do their own business or try to promote themselves with their passion. So here on Simply Jewel, a typical podcast, I am willing to share platforms that bring attention to different people that are out here trying to um, be creative, um, generate their own income, have their own business, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, if there are people out here who have questions, comments, or concerns, you can always find me on simplyjewel.com, and there's 8 other platforms. Always feel free to call me. I'm just a phone call away. And let's continue to be positive. Let's continue to uplift. Let's continue to do what is designed for us to do, God given, because a lot of people don't know it, but it's in you all along. And so, with that being said, until next we wrap, you are listening to Simply Jewel, a typical
Thank you
podcast.
so much,
Thanks,
Jewel,
Angie.
for this
I look forward.
opportunity. I really, really appreciate you.
Yeah, it was fun, and let's do it again. And let's talk about once you do something else, and you're feel free to come on anytime, and
Okay,
let's
thank
just talk
you.
about it.
You too.
Okay, take
Bye
care.
bye.
We'll talk soon. Okay, bye bye.